11th. Today we're going to do your love reading from the 10th to the 17th of July. Please take, this is going to be for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs of Aquarius. Please take the messages that resonate with you, claim them for yourself, toss the universe what does not. It's not meant for you, and that's okay. Check out the Moon, Rising, and Venus placements in the videos that correspond with that to get some more intuitive guidance if you don't find it here. Remember, time and energy is fluent, so whenever you're directed to the reading is the right time for you. That being said, I am going to use the singing bowl here. As I do so, I ask you to take that deep breath in. Exhale whenever you feel so inclined to do so. That's going to help balance your energies, set your intentions, and bring them into the reading. If you are new or returning to the channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have all of you. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscriptions. It means so much to me to see the channel growing. I can't express it enough. It also helps the video to circulate so that other Aquarius get the message as well. Thank you so much. Without further ado, let's get started. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Alright, I have taken out Celtic Cross and some clarifying messages as well as some Oracle cards. We're going to jump into the Oracle first this week, Aquarius, and then we'll get right into the Tarot. So we have Panther Spirit 44, which is a master number. Reclaim your power, coming out in reverse here. I love this card. It has such powerful messages to this Aquarius. But, I feel like right now, like a lot of us, we're feeling a little bit shaky. And this is indicating maybe you're feeling a little bit shaky because maybe you made a bold move. And have not yet seen the confirmation that everything's going to work out. Or maybe, fear is holding you back. Are you afraid to act until all risk of failure has been removed? And I am guilty of this often sometimes. But the moment when there is no risk whatsoever is never going to come. Right? It's just not possible. So allow, yourself to look, kind of fear in the eye and just go for it anyway. Have you ever heard that famous line, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself? So this is that kind of stare down that fear energy, and it will retreat. It's going to help you make way for your own courageous beliefs to start to reclaim your power, right? It's rising within you. And when you kind of fear the qualities that you find within, when you look deeply at why you resist the challenge, that's where you're going to get to the reclaiming of those qualities of power, where every part of you, no matter how dark it seems, you're going to conquer it. And that's what you're doing, Aquarius, this week. We have Whale Spirit. Trust the great mystery here in reverse as well. So I believe this is saying trust in your own divine, there's no higher or better connection than the one that we have with ourself and spirit. And, I feel like this is saying to you, whatever it is, certainty isn't being offered right now in this, you're being asked to trust that process of co-creation, essentially, spirit. So whatever it is, you have to absolutely trust that the divine's got your back, right? Whatever is going to come, it's going to be coming for your highest good. So try to stay in your present moment. Allow your awareness to, bring out what it is, the hidden realms, right? And start to see, you're going to hold your intention safely until it's time for you to manifest in the world of form. So just let go, Aquarius, for you're not going to be left behind. Some things take longer to arrive than others, right? And we have use your imagination here. I like it. It says, in any relationship or sensual experience, fantasy is not escapism. It's a way to understand yourself and your longing on a deeper level. To fantasize is to fully embrace the depth of your imagination and the treasures it stores, waiting to be discovered and cracked open by tender compassion and playful curiosity. You contain multitudes just like everyone does, and just like everyone close to you, you deserve to uncover the full expression of love and your eroticism. It has nothing to do with your real life expectations of yourself or anybody else. The human mind is created to imagine. What's your most luxurious, provocative fantasy? Imagine through a story, a playlist, a dream. Just imagine, Aquarius. So I like that. Get out there, get in touch with your imagination. It's a powerful thing. You also have 4 Oracle cards out here. You got 27, and it is heart home, compassion here. Getting back to your greatest strength here, Aquarius, is something you're working on with a whole heart this week. You're getting back to yourself. Now, this does take a lot of, energy, and this comes from when you sort of get in that, we've all been there, where you feel like we don't belong anywhere. We get caught up in this energy where it's time to make your way back to that center, your heart home, right? This is your time. So you put everything on hold for a while. You're being offered that experience to really go within and understand love in its truest form, and that's for yourself. And you know, it's unconditional and unbound, right? This is not you're not gonna have to work hard for this, because it's gonna be for yourself, right? There is no need to forgive anyone right now. Also, I want to say, for anything, none of it actually occurred in spiritual truth, right? It only is your belief in that, the story, that makes it so powerful for you. So let go of the holds that they have on you. Any way, blame, shame, guilt, anything you have that you're holding on to from the past, let it go. Forgive yourself. Empty yourself of all the judgments and all the preconceptions, right? And allow yourself to start filling it with new ideas, new perceptions. And that's when things will change. You got to get back to yourself, okay? 31. Look at that powerful image there. I don't know if you can see that perfectly, but there you are. And it says, in the hand, the universe is your partner. Exactly. You're that spark there. And I feel like you're finding your inner spark again. This is also a powerful message, because this could be coming from a place of insecurity, essentially. So something amazing happens when you actually contemplate your own intimate relationship with your higher power, right? Like I said, so how do you engage with it? I feel like, again, you're going through something that maybe seen through a religious background, or maybe you've been exposed to some other ways of connection. It doesn't matter the source of your understanding. What matters is what works for you. So however you see you know, this energy, I feel like you're in good hands. You've done all you can. You have to just let, you know, again, let divine work its magic here. Let them they show you that in your hand, you're the spark of their creation. So just believe that, right? 33, joyful muse, inspiration. I like it. Another master number coming out here for you, Aquarius. Find your muse. Have some fun. Not everything in life has to be so hard won, hard fast. And we often get caught up in that energy because society says, you know, if you're not first, you're last, essentially. But I feel like be more playful, right? You become a little bit boring and uninteresting because you maybe possibly become so entrenched in whatever your goals you're trying to accomplish, you forgot to have a little bit of fun. So get out there and embrace yourself a little bit more. Now we have card 18. Now, if you can see that image there, quite powerful. It's eagle of the eyes of the eagle rising above the fray here. So what do you get when you see an eagle? This is also the closest thing to the divine. But you get that clarity, right? Looking ahead, seeing the unfolding of destiny is kind of what I feel like is happening for you. Before it all manifests into reality, that's what you're trying to do, and you will be gifted that. Using your imagination. There's a lot of your imagination coming forth in this reading. So again, you know, this is signifying, you know, the eagles fly above all creatures. When it meets obstacles, it simply rises above them, right? Know that you are protected. You can fly, you know, high above all the judgment that's been slung at you, right? And, you know, the arrows and the darts of envy from others that may not have, you know, what you do, a little bit jealous, and they're not, you know, kind of overcoming it. They're still arguing with pigeons over crumbs, essentially. So trust that you're ready for whatever, you know, is, you know, placed before you. Even if you don't feel like you're totally equipped to handle everything, nobody is, right? Your willingness to say yes to spirit will make sure that, you know, you're outfitted with the strengths and the gifts that you need to go forward. They're not going to leave you empty-handed after you took that leap of faith. So believe in that. Okay, and tarot, in terms of the situation, we have the Empress in reverse. Now, I feel like you're trying to burst something into being, Aquarius. There's essentially here an energy where you're struggling to bring this relationship or past relationship here into connection. So this is your love life and relationships could suffer from that overemphasis of that importance of outward appearance, whether it be wealth or status. I feel like efforts to create a healthy and whole relationship won't be recognized, and it won't bear the fruit that you had hoped in terms of this relationship for some of you. Could there be problems with your, you know, maybe attitudes towards having children, or past issues regarding fertility for some of you? In rare cases, this could also indicate problems caused by, you know, the blending of the family here. I feel like with two of you both have children, and this is, you know, it takes time to do that. Don't expect just because not everybody's getting along the first week that's gonna not work out. You have to understand it takes time to do that. I feel like this is something is preventing you from, you know, just getting up and feeling yourself again. I feel like part of you is very stagnant. Part of you is very stuck in that glum kind of energy. I feel like get out there, just do something new for yourself. Maybe change your haircut, change, you know, whatever it is. Guy or girl, just go and do something different for yourself. It might do you a world of good. The King of Cups here is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. An emotional but intuitive, you know, very much, you're following your heart here is the King of Cups. I want to say, you know, when something unexpected comes, you know, to their awareness, I feel like it could shake someone else's composure. But right now, I feel like you are in a very, your emotional state is very mature right now. Practice, you're kind of meditative, and you want to keep that energy going forward if that's you right now. If it's not, you might want to try to channel in that energy, but allow this emotional intelligence here that you have to guide you to kind of seek to marry some logic, kindness, and love. You know what I mean? I feel like this could also suggest that you may be feeling withdrawn here, moody in some ways. And that's, again, that's what I feel like is blocking that creativity and that passion from going forward. In your obstacles, we have the Eight of Gems, and that is perfectionism. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Yeah, I would say that's, you know, there's a lot of, I feel like maybe you've been striving, you know, you've had this idea of what a perfect relationship looks like in your head, and nothing else will do. And that could be, you know, possible here with this as well. But you'll create that great relationship or improve that existing one if you can focus solely on the task at hand and avoid that perfectionism, avoid that, you know, everything has to be one way or the highway attitude. You know, I feel like if there's an imbalance here, that will create that mistrust, that, you know, that lack of, that doubt essentially. And if anybody's being overly critical that will, or trying to control this stand, that's not the way of true love, right? You need to see that you have to balance this. Nobody can be right or wrong or 100% all the time. And now you have the Three of Swords clarifying that. So this is your energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this is heartbreak. So I feel like that's what it is. There was perfectionism. The end of it is, you know, going to be either recently has or will be coming, you know, possibly with some heartbreak attached to it. Whatever this is, you know, I feel like this is that from separation can come in many forms, right? You know, from the loss of a relationship, maybe even your own identity in this relationship for some of you. But whatever it is, separation from what we thought we had, you know, can mark a painful moment in our lives, right? If you find yourself, you know, wavering with those realities and losing something that feels very near and dear to your heart, this too shall pass, even though that's not comforting in the moment. But this severing, although painful, it's necessary part of the process, right? So despite of all proof to the contrary, your future will arrive because of this, essentially. Tie yourself to that energy. These shadowy times are always opportunities to become stronger, more resilient. So give yourself that time to heal. You will come through this. Your heart will remain tender and open. You will love again. This isn't the end all be all here. The Hangman coming in, influencing you right now. Now again, this is definitely attitude, perception here. What you think about, you bring about. So I feel like this could be you kind of trying to get out of your head here, essentially. Which I commend, right? This is symbolizing the two ways we can approach a situation, right? When life as we know it is turned upside down, we have that choice. We can, you know, face facts, deal with them, right? Completely head on. Or we can buckle down, we can lay under the covers and bow out. That's what, stick their head in the sand and pretend it's not happening. I don't think that's what you need to do. And, you know, not obviously wise for you. Single or couple, this is definitely a time of difficulty here, I feel like. So, you know, no weak people need apply here is what I want to say. If you're coming into a relationship, I don't feel like don't rush it. Don't allow anything. I feel like you're just trying to heal, lick your wounds a little bit before you jump in anything. Because that will, you know, and if you are in a relationship, anything that survives this, I feel, you know, will have, you know, will probably last because it's got a lot of pain and heartache, a lot of uncertainty around it. The Two of Swords is coming in. Again, something not seen. Her eyes can't see. So she's saying there's somebody at you that's kind of picking at you, preventing you from seeing clearly. Whatever it is, I feel like they're almost trying to elude you with that. Because they just they're relentless. They give you no time to figure anything out for yourself. Essentially, they just keep coming at you. This is also that crossroads or a stalemate coming in. So, you do have a choice to make. It's time to make that choice. It feels like you're in between a rock and a hard place, and you are essentially, because I feel like you're not understanding if what you're seeing or feeling is real. You're feeling very misguided. You had the sun coming out in the root of the reading, so you are going to get, the sun is coming out. Once you get clear once you get this eyes above the situation, you get this clarity that I feel like you need, maybe from surrendering, that's when the sun is going to come out for you. The best card in the deck, the fulfillment, your wishes are coming true. The brighter days are coming, because you're going to see that you're not stuck so much all up in your head so much. Now we have the King of Swords coming out to clarify that. So, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, this is you essentially, but I like to see that this is coming out because this is intelligence and logic ruling at this point, and less over your heart at this time. So I feel like that's very diplomatic for you at this time. You're finding a lot of, impartial clarity right now. Even though you always seek data and proof, you also know blending experience with intelligence, that emotional and spiritual energy will allow you for that well-rounded success. And I feel like that's what you're going for. And that's why the support is coming in for you, because you're going to get it. The Seven of Shells in the recent past is the illusion. That's the Seven of Cups. Somebody was, again, trying to elude you by giving you too many options, making you think too many things at once, so you really couldn't see your way forward. I feel like maybe you're going out with a lot of people that caused some problems, but whatever it is, it was hard to focus your energies, avoid any getting intoxicated or any other sorts of escapism. A suspected deception will be confirmed in the recent past. I feel like wishful thinking led it to an unrealistic pursuit, or maybe an infatuation. So someone was misinterpreting someone's intentions here. I feel like, avoid living in a fantasy world. Be realistic. That had to come. Now you have the Hangman out again here. So surrendering here is what's important. That time to take that reflection, that dive deep here. So with this, I want to say angel number 1212 out, because you have the hangman out twice, so check that out. But whatever it is, I feel like this is offering you a chance to look at something from a completely different angle. And that's what brought these illusions to being. I feel like that was very much important. Open your heart to that bigger plan here, Aquarius, right? Surrender to the will and realign your life with what is in your pattern here for success. I feel like the universe already knows which life-altering lesson is the key to your happiness. So you just have to see that there is much wisdom for you when you intentionally pause and listen. Sort of lean in here, my dears. In the near future, we have the Moon card coming out. So again, fear is kind of dropping the bomb here. And why? Because you're, of course, you're being cautious. You're a little bit jaded. You just come out of this, very harsh moment. And, it's left you a little bit scared, a little bit cautious. So, I feel like you could encounter some darkness, fear or confusion in going into the future, but you don't have to fear the unknown. Depend on faith or intuition and whatever forces you need to lead you towards true love. Get in touch with them, and if shyness or insecurity or depression is interfering in your quest for true love, try to find a way to cope with that. Breathing, meditating, but become aware of what's really going on in your inner world, right? There could be some instincts there that is really affecting, your love life here. Now we have the Ace of Cups to clarify that. So that's love coming in here. That's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But this fear is around love, obviously, because you've been hurt. And you're like, I don't want to go down that road again. But you have the Lovers card coming out in your overall energy of the reading. So Gemini energy, your attraction for somebody's gaining. You're going to meet somebody that's going to kind of just going to swipe you, and you're like, holy man, I just come out of this hurt, but why am I even attracted? They're going to change what you think of love, because this person's going to walk in and I feel like they're going to knock your socks off essentially, or give you a headache maybe. The Five of Swords is coming in. I don't mean to laugh, but this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius again. So again, you're in your head, Aquarius, I feel like is definitely the possibility here. There's conflict in this energy here around love. Again, you're experiencing loss, that need to build some skills here. I feel like you may have experienced that unexpected loss that's left you a little bit sore, obviously, but sometimes life is just not fair, right? And these, it drains our energy so that for much longer than they need to, right? Often it's that fear of failure that does most of that draining, right? And if you're feeling outsmarted, outjousted, remember that one chapter isn't going to define you, Aquarius. Wins and losses, they're both part of the human experience, and the key to self-improvement lies dormant inside those difficulties. So just remember that, okay? You don't have to, it's not the end all be all, right? There's going to be more bumps around the road. In the environment, you have the Tower card, that crisis coming in. Yes, it's a crisis. You're going through it, Aquarius. But it's going to seem like everything's coming at you at once. I feel like for a lot of you, and maybe you've been going through a real peaceful time of just kind of, for some of you, going with the flow. This is going to give you a little bit of an emotional upheaval, because if you're avoiding any healing or anything that needed to be worked out in the past, well, you're not going to be able to avoid it any longer. The Two of Wands is coming out. Now this is showing me you're reflecting. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're looking out the window at the past, looking back, wondering some things, but I don't feel like your answers are there. You got to get out of that energy, because this is definitely... you need to make a choice on what you really want to do going forward, because this crisis is going to bring everything down to that level playing field. And now this is going to be, what are you going to do to rebuild? We have the Magician, Holy Major Arcana out here. So this is, again, energy. So this is, in your hopes and fears, you're hoping that you can come out of this with a little bit more grace and a little less wound, right? And this is what I want to say you are. You're going to come out of this with, sort of a whole different outlook about where you want to go forward in terms of love. And you're not going to be accepting the same old things anymore. That's for sure. You have the Seven of Pentacles coming out. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You're grounded in your roots. You're going back to your roots about what you thought was maybe, what you thought was love and what society perceives as love. And you're going to kind of strip the layers back of both, like that onion. And you're going to get to what your version, your truth about real love is. And I feel like that's powerful. The Ace of Roses is coming out as the outcome of your reading. Passion, passion, passion. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you're going to get that passion, that thumpity thump back in your heart again. Because why? It's been a little bit stagnant. It's been gone. Somebody's going to walk in, I feel like, and give you that passion energy that you've been not having for some time. The Four of Pentacles here. You're kind of looking back. You're guarding your money here, which I think is okay. Be mindful of that, but don't let your passions be so formed in the material world. Make sure you're living your life to the fullest potential of yourself. Make sure you're giving with your biggest heart. But get through the clarity, get through this, the loss of the pain, like the searing loss that you have, the pain that comes with it. Get through that, start to reclaim your power, and start to use your imagination to manifest what you want for the future. And that is a passionate, beautiful, abundant new beginning. And you will have it, Aquarius. You can just gotta believe, just reclaim your power. Until next time, my friends, namaste.